I want you to close your eyes and picture this. You have one guy. He has big plans for changing his life. He makes promises to others, promises to himself. But days go by, weeks, months, and he doesn't change his life. And when he looks back, he can't help but look back with regret and have a massive hate for his younger self. When he looks back at his current self and he looks in the mirror, he sees a loser staring back at himself. Someone who's not achieved his potential. Then you have guy number 2. This guy is different. He has a military mindset. Whatever he says he's going to do, he does. Whatever goals he sets, he achieves. And when he looks back, he can't help but be grateful and look at his younger self and just be grateful for what he's done. And when he looks at his current self, he can't help but be confident. When he stares in the mirror, he sees a beast staring back at him. Everything he aimed to become, he's become. Now, who's going to be more self-confident in that situation? Well, it's obvious. Guy number 2. And the funny thing is, well, not the funny thing, it can be sad depending on which side you look at it. The guy who is really confident achieves more because he's really confident. And because he achieves more, he becomes more confident. And it's this loop that just keeps going on. And the opposite happens for the first guy. Now, which guy are you more likely to relate to right now? I'm guessing it's probably guy number 1, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I want you to start thinking about this every day. I want you to start thinking about it every day. Self-confidence is nothing more than a reflection of your reputation with yourself. What do you wake up and say? What do you plan on doing the day before? And then do you end up doing it? Do you end up doing it or do you not? Right? Every time you do that, your reputation either goes up or goes down. Right? Imagine someone who's a celebrity and they've got a reputation to protect. All right? They do all this charity work. They make sure they always have a clean image or whatever it is. Right? I want you to start looking at this like at this concept like this. Right? It's a metric. Right? There's a system. You're measuring things. Right? Every time you do what you're supposed to do, it's a tick. Right? Your reputation goes up just a little bit. Right? And another thing you need to realize about reputation. Think about a celebrity. Right? Or it doesn't even have to be a celebrity. Just anyone who's in the public eye. It takes years. I mean, I think that there's a quote for this, right? It takes years to build up a good reputation, and it takes a split second to destroy it, right? They also say something like, trust is like a broken glass, right? Once it's broken, it's never the same again. You can try and glue it up as much as you want. The cracks will always be there. And that's a similar thing with reputation. Now, the good thing is that when it comes to reputation with yourself, it still is like that, but you can still fix it, right? If you've spent the first 20 years of your life you're ruining your reputation with yourself, you can just give yourself a clean slate and start again. It's going to take a while to build it up, but once you start looking at it like this, your self-confidence is going to flourish, right? If you're guy number 2, you always do what you're going to say. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the pits right now, you're rock bottom, I can't even draw a picture for you. You know what rock bottom looks like. If you just start saying, okay, I'm going to start working out 3 times a week. I'm going to start doing 2 hours of work every single day. I'm going to study when I get home. I'm going to start eating better. Whatever it is you say you're going to do. And you just start doing it. Just chipping away at it bit by bit. If you do that for a year, for 2 years, imagine what your self-confidence is going to be like, right? It's going to be up here. And that's your reputation with yourself. I want you to guard it with your life. You know how if you were in the public eye, you would guard your reputation with your life, because again, once you ruin that reputation, it's never going to be the same, and it can affect your personal life, or it can affect your financial life, it can affect everything. That's the same thing with your reputation with yourself. In fact, that's even more important than anything else, because your reputation with yourself determines your self-confidence and your self-esteem, and that determines how successful you become in life, especially as a man, right? If you just picture like a man who's like really confident versus a man who's not that confident. I mean, I can give you the basic scenario of like going up to get a girl's number. You know what's going to happen, right? But even apart from that, in business and in whatever else it is that you're doing in life that matters, your confidence is always going to be a superpower. So I want you to guard your reputation. Forget about confidence. People ask about, oh, how do I build my self-confidence and all of that? Build your reputation with yourself. That's what I want you to focus on. That is essential. You guard that with your life. Guard your reputation with yourself, with your life. You know those moments when things are happening, or you're like, oh well, no one's watching. No one cares if I stop running for like 30 seconds. I'm on my jog. I'm supposed to be jogging, but I stop. Well, no one cares if I just eat that muffin. No one's looking. It doesn't matter that I'm on my cut and I'm about to, set myself back a little bit. No one cares. No one can see. You can see. and you're ruining your reputation with yourself. I want you to keep that in mind. Make sure you hit subscribe to join the Self Improvement Brotherhood, and until next time, I'll see you boys.